Hello everyone. In this session we'll talk about merge, or we can say git merge. So previously in different sessions we have seen or we have covered different areas of git. That is, we have touched about branches, we have talked about objects, we have touched many areas in GitHub also, like how to create a GitHub account, how to create a GitHub repositories. So for those who are totally new to Git and GitHub, I'll recommend you to please go back and check my previous videos. It will give you a great idea about what exactly Git and GitHub is and how to create an account, how to download. So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe my channel. In this session, we'll talk about the concept of merge in Git. So there are two types of merge in Git, that is fast forward merge and three-way merge. But in this session, we'll talk about fast forward merge only. So before going ahead with the merge concept or like the type of merge we discussed, let's talk about why do we need merge, or like why exactly we need to merge branches. So previously we have seen, we know how to create branches and why exactly we create branches. So let's say in the starting of a project, I have created a master branch, or let's say the master branch was a default branch that is over here with the green. And at some point of time, the developer decided to, to create one more branch for, let's say, some R&D activity. And after some time, he decided, okay, yes, the R&D activity is working fine, and he want to merge these changes to the main branch, that is the master branch over here. In this case, this kind of activity is called a merging. So we'll talk about different kind of merge in future, but talking about git merge or merging different branches means merging or like combining the changes from one branch to another branch. So in this case, we can talk about merging the branches changes from dev branch to master branch. So what will happen in this case is, like, after the merge has happened, all the changes from this branch will be merged to the main branch, that is the receiving branch over here. So that's all about what is branch merge or why exactly we need a merge in case of Git. We have two type of merge in Git. One is called fast forward merge and second is three-way merge. Fast forward merge is a very basic or initial kind of a merge that is used in case of Git, and I will say like it is not used frequently in a real-time project. Most kind of merge that is used is a three-way merge. Why I'm saying is because in case of a real-time project, the kind of merge that happens is a kind of a complicated merge. We'll talk about these complications in upcoming video, but in this session we'll focus most on a fast forward merge. So talking about fast forward merge, there is some prerequisite that you have to follow before completing this fast forward merge. That is, extra branch has to be created. That's very basic. Like, just to perform a merge, you have to have an extra branch apart from the receiving branch, where you'll make the changes and it is merged to the main or the receiving branch. And the second part is like the immediate parent of the first commit on the new branch should be the last parent of the receiving branch. What does that mean is, if you see in this particular picture, so this is where the master branch ends and this is where the new branch, that is dev branch, starts. So the last commit of the master branch should be the parent of the first commit of the new branch. So you can see in this diagram, so this symbol or this green box over here, this is a parent to this blue box, or I can say a commit that is over here in this new branch. So that's how it has to be in case you want to perform a fast forward merge. So what happened as an end goal? So once we do the fast forward merge, the master branch pointer will be changed from the last commit to the receiving branch to last commit of the new branch. So what does that mean is, so what happened in this case, simply this particular pointer of the master will be moved from this particular commit to this particular commit over here. So the new picture will be something like this. So now initially, if you have seen, the master was pointing over here to the second commit of the main branch or the receiving branch. After we are done with the fast forward merge, this particular master branch pointer will move from this particular commit to the last commit of the new branch. So that's how this is performed, and the fast forward merge is very simple. That's why, because there is only limitation on the number of commits on the master branch. So we'll talk about more complicated scenario in a three-way merge in the next session. But in this session, you can see this is the figure how it will work, and this is just an example. So let's get started. So before starting this, I'll just open my terminal. So here we are. So we'll do first thing is, first we'll navigate to the desktop. and I'll create one directory. So I'm starting it from scratch, so no need to see my previous videos for any reference. So I'm making a directory and I'm going to initiate it. So I'll type git init. So now with this git repository has been initiated. If I go to my browser over here, and you can see this particular file has been this folder has been created using mkdir command. And if I just check the hidden folders, you can see a .git folder has been created over here, which is using the init command. That's one thing. So we'll do one thing is now first we'll do first commit. So we'll just follow this step that is over here. So we'll first create the root commit over here. So I'll do one thing, I'll create one file, let's say file 1.txt, and I will it is created, so I will edit this file with some content. It's in edit mode, so I will, let's say I'll type file 1.txt is created, and I will save this. So once I do git status, you can see there is one file that is untracked, so I will just do one thing, I will add it. So I will do git add file 1.txt and I will do a commit. File 1 is committed. So you can see a commit has been created, which means a file this file has been pushed to a git repository, so which means this particular commit has been created. So I will just do one thing, I'll check git status. You can see there is no commit pending over here, nothing to commit, which means this tree is clean, or there is nothing to nothing altered over here. So that's fine. So I'll just keep on adding over here, so you can see the SHA-1 for this. So this is the SHA-1 that is generated. So I'll just quickly paste it here. So you can see this is the SHA-1 or the hash that is created from this particular commit. I'll do one more commit. So I will type touch and I will create file2.txt, and I will again edit this file. So I will say file2.txt, and in the edit mode I will say file2.txt is created, and it is created. So I will again check git status. You can see this file is untracked, so I will say git add file2.txt and I will say git commit, and the commit message that is file2 is committed. So now we have hash for this particular commit also. So I will simply type this over here. So I am just entering it over here so that we are making sure all the entries are captured. So just to make sure we are on the right track. So now we can see there are two commits made. One is for file 1, this is for file 2, and the master is currently pointing on over here. So I can just check the master pointer also. So I will say git, or I will first go to the repository, that is .git, and I will say cat head. So you can see it is initially pointing to master, and if I go to this particular location, so if I type this location, so you can see it is pointing to this particular commit, that is 2E355EB, which is this one. So we are on the right track, which means two commits are made and the master is pointing to the last commit on the original branch, that is the master branch over here. So now we'll do one thing, we'll create one more branch. So I will type git branch and the branch name. So let's say I'm typing it as, let's say, dev branch. So you can see the dev branch has been created. So I can check the branch by going dev branches. So you can see there are two branches, master and dev branch. The star says the current branch is master, and there is another branch. So we can switch to this branch by typing git checkout dev branch, or we have to first go back here and then we have to type git checkout. So you can see it has been switched to dev branch. So if I type now git branch, so you can see now the star comes to dev branch and the master branch is also present. So now we have moved from master branch to dev branch. So over here we have used a lot of commands that It might be new to you, like creating branches or moving from one branch to another, checking the head pointers. So a lot of things are happening over here which you might not be aware of. So please go back and watch my previous videos of how to create branches, how to check the head pointers, how to check the branch pointers. All these are all explained in my previous videos in details, so it will be quite helpful for you. Please go ahead and check it, and please do like and subscribe my channel for more videos from my side. So now we'll do one thing. Since we have moved to a different branch, that is over here, we are something over here, we'll create one more commit. So for creating a commit, I will just modify the current file. So I will just modify file 1.txt. I will write one text over here. I will say file 1.txt is modified, and I will save it. So now if I do git status, you can see this file has been modified. Previously it was showing as untracked, if you remember over here. Now it is showing as modified because we have already tracking it and it has been modified now. So I will type git add, and I will type the file name, and I will do git commit. So git commit will do for committing it, and I will type the message as file 1.txt is modified and committed. So now you can see there is one more hash generated over here. So I will just paste it here, and I will format it just for our sake. So you can see there is one more commit done over here where we modified file 1, and I will do one thing. I will again modify file 2.txt, and I will type some content over here in the file. I will say file 2.txt is modified, and I will save it. And again I will do git status. You can see it is modified. I will do again git add file 2.txt, and I will do a commit. File 2.txt is modified and committed. So this is my comment for the commit. So you can see this is also done, and this is the hash that has been generated. So I'll just quickly copy it here. So now we can see this is the current state of a project in which I have made 2 commits in the master branch, and I have created one more branch over here which is called dev branch, and I have made 2 more commits that's over here with this particular hash. So now we need to do a merge. So just to be on the safer side, I'll just check where exactly my dev branch is pointing to currently and where is my head pointing to. So I will just go back to my folder. So I will type cd space .git slash, or I will go inside here, and I will see first where exactly my head is pointing. So we'll know the current branch where we are working on. So I will type cat, and I will say head. So it says the head is currently pointing to this particular branch, that is dev branch, which means we are over here. And now we'll see where exactly this dev branch is pointing to. So I will go back to the folder structure, that is ref, and then I will type head, and I will do a cat dev branch. So you can see the dev branch is currently pointing to this particular commit, that is F4433DD2, F4433DD2, that is over here. So we are on the correct path. And if I check again for master, so the master is pointing to 2E355EB, that is 2E355EB over here. So this current picture is all created in our Git repository. So now we will see how to do a Git merge. So for doing any merge operation, you have to first roll back, or you have to first go back to your receiving branch or the main branch. In our case, we have 2 branches. One is master and another one is dev branch. So I'll first move to my master branch. So I'll go, one second, I will go back over here, and I will say git checkout, and I will type the branch name, that is master. So you can see we have switched to master. I'll just check the branch. So you can see there are 2 branches, dev branch and master, and the star is next to master, which means we are on master branch. Now we'll try to do a git merge operation. So I will say git merge, and I will type the branch name from where I want to do a merge. So in my case, I want to merge the changes from dev branch to master. So I will type the branch name, and I will hit enter. So now you can see the operation, that is the merge operation, has been done, and it says it's a fast forward merge. 2 files has been changed and 2 insertions has been made over here, and it says updating this particular commit to this particular commit. So if you go back and see, so it means the master branch has been moved from this particular commit to this particular commit, that's over here. So now the new picture after merge will be something like this. So the master has moved from this particular commit to this particular commit over here. So now if I go back and I check my head pointer, so if I go and let's say I check git and I'll say cat head, so you can see it is pointing to master now. And if I just go back there, so I'll say ref, I'll say head, and if I say cat master, so you can see the master is now pointing to F4433, which means the master is over, the master is something over here. So the master has moved from that place to this place, something over here. So this is how the fast forward merge has done. So the fast forward merge has just moved the pointer of master from the initial commit on the or the last commit of the main branch to the last commit of the new branch over here. And if I check the pointer for the dev branch, if I do a cat of dev, so you can see it is pointing to the same commit, that is F4433D, that is again the same thing over here. So which means 2 branches are pointing to the same commit and the head is pointing to our master branch. So it's something like this. So now we have one extra branch, that is a dev branch, that is pointing to this particular commit, that's of no use. So either we can leave it like that or we can just delete it. So before going there, I'll just open my source tree and show you the exact picture. So let me just expand it and open a new, and I will open it. So I have to browse it. So I'll open desktop and I have to open this particular repository. So you can see over here these 2 branch has been merged. So it says file 2 is modified and committed, and both the branches are over here. So this branch merge has been done. Now I want to delete this particular branch, so I will just go back here and I will say git branch -d and the branch name, hit enter. So it says deleted branch, this particular branch. So if I go back here and if I again open it, so you can see there is no branch called dev branch over here, only master is present. And if I again check my branches, so it will say only master is present. And we have also merged the code from dev branch to master branch. So this is how we are performing a fast forward merge, in which we have modified or we have merged all the commits that has been made on a dev branch to a master branch, and we have deleted the extra branch that was over there for dev branch. This is how we can do a fast forward merge operation. So thanks a lot for watching my video. Please do like, subscribe my channel, and do remember to hit the like button.